Hello guys and welcome back to another UCL Fantasy video. I know it's pretty early to make some moves, etc, but I wanted to prepare for the upcoming match day 9, which is playoff round where a lot of players are not playing from your initial team. So I wanted to start building a draft that you can maybe reference to when you try to prepare your draft. Currently I'm 1.6k in the world, which is pretty okay rank if you ask me. We'll go through the playoff games that are going to happen on each day, and then in match day 9 first draft will be presented to you. I'm trying to reach 2.5k. Probably this number is not accurate because I'm recording this way earlier, but currently I'm on a holiday and I wanted to prepare a video for you. So yeah, help me reach that goal. If the goal is already reached, help me push through it and destroy it like it's not there. Yeah, let's go and see how the games are looking, my analysis on it, and then we're going to discuss my match day first draft. So here is the draw for the playoff stage, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. On the 11th of February, so day 1, we're going to see Brest versus Paris Saint-Germain. So that's a French derby game for them. It will be playing out pretty interesting if you ask me, but I think there is a clear favorite, and that is Paris Saint-Germain here. Then we can see that the biggest game of this phase is Man City versus Real Madrid. So that would mean that one of the sides are not going to make it into the round of 16, which is going to be pretty shocking if you ask me. But still, that's a draw, and that's what they did in the group stage, and that's what they got in the draw. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty unpredictable game if you ask me. I still think that City will be conceding a lot of goals, so probably Real Madrid players in attack will be popular, but City can score as well, so probably not so popular in Real's defense. But when we try to build a squad, we'll see what can we cook there. Juve facing PSV, I don't know what to think about this game. Honestly, Juve is good defensively, not too good offensively. PSV, I don't know if they're good in any stage of the game, as they conceded 2 goals against Liverpool kids, and they managed to score 3 against Liverpool kids, so probably they're good in attack as well. We'll have to monitor that and see. And then we have Sporting versus Dortmund. Both teams are in a similar form and in a similar condition, so I think it's going to be a very equal game. That is going to be very hard to predict, but at the end of the day, I would say that they are not the clear favorite, but my favorite will be Sporting. We'll see if we can build something from there, or we should go for Dortmund defenders if Gyökeres is still out and is not playing. A lot of information needs to be resolved around it, and let's see how it goes. On the second day, we have Bruges versus Atalanta, so here there is a clear favorite of Atalanta, in my opinion, so I will be looking to bring players from that team. Then we have Feyenoord versus Milan. I think another clear favorite here with AC Milan. I think that that Dinamo Zagreb loss will be forgotten, and they will score goals against Feyenoord just like Lille did. Lille managed to score 6. Yes, 3 of them were own goals, but at the end of the day, I think it's a good fixture for AC Milan. Celtic Bayern Munich, I think that it's pretty one-sided this time around. They got lucky, Bayern Munich, drawing Celtic, as the other opposition was going to be City. So yeah, I think Bayern Munich wins it here and wins it comfortably, so I will be looking to bring players from their team. And Monaco-Benfica, another game where I cannot predict it. I think Benfica are the favorites here because Monaco has not been in a particularly good form, so I will be looking to probably try to integrate 1 or 2 Benfica players. The thing is that we have to prepare a goalkeeper for day 1 and for day 2. So we have to pick goalkeepers from there. We have to build a proper bench that can cover day 1 fixtures. I'm not a very big fan of the day 1 fixtures, so I don't know how many players I can stack up from there, but for sure I will have some options in each line in order to have the possibility to swap them if they are not performing. Then in the reverse fixture wise, the day 2 here becomes day 1, so it's going to be a lot of players for me playing probably in day 1 and then several playing in day 2. At the end of the day, I don't think that is going to be an issue because we can do transfers, and if someone is not performing, I can just take him out. But yeah, I'm going to be building the team live with you, so bear in mind that I have not prepared anything. I'm seeing the prices for those pivots for the first time, so it's going to be interesting. Here I think that Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Juve, Sporting, Atalanta, Milan, Bayern Munich and Benfica go through. Let's see if that's true and if I can predict the future, but probably those are going to be the teams that I'll be looking to stack on players. Of course, some teams will be better to invest and will have lines of investment that I would go for. But let's dive into the teams and let's see how the live I'm going to build a team together with you, and let's see how we can honestly prepare for the upcoming fixture that is coming and the upcoming round. Of course, that team will change, but the structure behind it is going to be probably remain the same. I'm a little bit hesitant should I go for Sporting or Dortmund players, but probably the answer is going to be no, and I'm going to be preparing something for the other fixtures. Let's go and see how it's going to go. I think it's going to be pretty interesting, so let's dive in there. So here is a blank template of my team, and here it's how it's going to go. I'm going to start with adding some players, and when I add them, probably the things will change around the team, and we can have different players added into different sections. Of course, there is a very big question mark around one player in particular, but probably he's going to enter the team as of now. Then we're going to see how we're going to proceed. So starting with obvious pick that I'm going to go for, and that is Hakimi. I'm avoiding the price. I'm going for a date. It's not confirmed yet, and the opponents, they're not confirmed yet. So in mind, I will be putting the structure that I think is going to be good for my team, and we're going to see how it goes when moving forward. Another player that is for sure entering the team and is going to make an appearance, that is Kim. For me, the best Bayern Munich defender that you can go for. Even when they concede a goal, he finishes on 5 points, for example, which is pretty amazing. 10 balls recovered. I think that they too, yeah, they have not updated the game, so that's how early I'm here to build a team, but I wanted to get ahead. So Kim and Hakimi are in. Scrolling down the list, I will continue with building a defense because I have a defense in mind that I don't know how it's going to work, or if it's going to be changing, or if it's not going to happen, but we pick them players. Then another player that I want to discuss is a Pacosta. I know that it might sound strange, but he played 77 minutes. That's pretty much enough for me. Yes, 60 minutes here. He is rotatable. If you don't want to go with a rotatable Atalanta defender, I would suggest going for Hien. I think that this player is stable. He's there and he can deliver a lot. So going for, let's keep it like that. I will now go for Zappacosta. I think I have the budget to go everywhere I want with this team. So yeah, Zappacosta joins the frame and enters as an Atalanta defender. Moving then swiftly into another option, I will consider going for Pacho. I think he's the defender with most ball recoveries. Yes, 71 ball recoveries. That's an absurd amount of ball recoveries. And against Brest, I think that he can do some wonders and can go with a good defensive record. And then the last player that I'm going to add. So let's go for defenders as we're continuing this thread of players. So another Atalanta defender is going to be too much. You're going to see why in a second. Then moving down. This defender is pretty low currently in the point rankings because they don't have an amazing record, but that is going to be Theo Hernandez from Milan. I know that he hadn't kept a clean sheet and it's not been too well, but I think with the fixtures I would prefer having Theo Hernandez in my team, as I cannot have the goalkeeper from their side, as that goalkeeper is going to play on the same day as my other goalkeeper, and that's going to be Karneski. Let's not fool ourselves, day two keeper. To begin with, the sad thing about it is that Trubin is playing as well on day 2. I would have wanted to have that Benfica keeper. Then Mainan is playing on day 2 as well. Bizot is not the guy for me. Schmeichel is not. Mignolet is not, as I will be targeting those players. Israel is next in line. Do I want him? Probably not. I can go with a day 1 keeper, for example, like Kobel. That might be the move, and that might be the end result that I go for, because realistically I will be relying on Karneski week in and week out, and going for someone of the ranks of Kobel that can keep a clean sheet, it's going to be good. Another option is to go for as big as possible and go for Courtois. This is another way to move it forward, because City will have a lot of chances to take, and Courtois just becomes prime Yashin when they face a big opposition, and Courtois saves it for days. So I'm a little bit hesitant there, as probably Karneski is going to do the job for me both of the weeks, but for now I'm going to add Courtois, as I think that he can do some wonders against Manchester City, as he is a brilliant keeper. So now that is the structure of defense that I'm going for. Of course, you're seeing that I'm missing a lot of sides. I'm going basically with 4 teams in defense. So 2 Atalanta, 2 PSG, Bayern Munich, Milan, and Real. Okay, 5 teams for 7 positions. I can even stack it up on another Bayern Munich player, but once again they're playing on day 2. So from day 1 it's going to be Pacho, Hakimi and Courtois. It's pretty much enough, and then I will have 3 players to interchange there, like Zappacosta, Theo Hernandez and Kim in defense, and Karneski in goal. So I think that this is a good way. If you can point to me a better goalkeeper for day 1, you can do it. I genuinely cannot think of any, but enough for the goalkeepers and defense. That's it, done. Now moving into the forwards, as the forwards are the easier part of my team, if I have to be fair. I'm going for Girassi. It was a big mistake not going for him because I missed all of those 32 points. I'm not going to repeat that mistake as this guy has been scoring for fun, so he's going there. Of course, Vini Jr. will make an appearance into my team. As I already mentioned, he's facing Manchester City, who are conceding goals for fun, and I would say that Real Madrid can score a lot of goals in every territory. And the only player that was keeping Vini Jr. against City at bay was Kyle Walker, and guess what? Kyle Walker is no longer at City. So in my opinion, Vini Jr. is the way to move forward. And another forward that I'm going to be bringing in, that is Harry Kane. He is going to be facing Celtic as mentioned, so he is a very, very big player that I want to rely on, and possibly a very solid captaincy option for day 2 of the match day. So now we are left with the midfielders, and here probably is where I'll have most of the players a little bit question mark. So Tillman, I think against Juve will do a solid job. He has been playing. So returning to the screen because Tillman popped me away a bit. I will be probably going for Tillman as he had some good returns. Of course, he missed 2 games, so probably that's not going to be the smartest choice. But if he can repeat something like the 19 and 17 points that he got against Girona and Shakhtar, it's going to be great. For now, I'm adding him in. I'm not saying that he's going to be there for sure, but for now he makes the list. Now another player that I would be looking to bring in is probably Lookman, as he is going to face Bruges, and I think Lookman, if he's fit, he's going to be back. Then another player that I want to add into the list is called Pulisic, Milan, with an easy fixture. Not an easy fixture against Feyenoord, but big favorites against Feyenoord. So Pulisic makes the list here. Of course, there is going to be one player from PSG. That is Dembele. Can I go Barcola, or I cannot afford... Oh, I can bring 4 players now from a team. Oh, that changes a lot of stuff. So I can go Barcola even and go there, but I would still be hesitant to go with more than 3 from a team because I want to have some diversification for the next round, and bringing too many players is going to cause some issues. So we are left with a choice of going for a Bayern Munich player, which can be an option. We have 11 million, so basically I can afford anyone. Kökçü is going to be an option. Gittens, but he is not for my liking. If Tillman is not fit, I can easily rely on Bakayoko, who has been an amazing winger so far this season. Falcao has been here, Miwambu has been, but they're just cheap enabling players that I'm not too very interested in them, and I might probably risk it with Phil Foden, who is a great player and can easily score. So if City score goals, I think that he will have some involvement. Of course, if Savinho is rumored to start, I will go there, but I honestly think that Foden is going to be an interesting pick to go for. So that would mean that for day 1 I will have here Girassi, I will have Vini, I will have Foden, I'll have Dembele, I'll have Tillman, I think, plays on day 1 against Juve, yes. Then I have Hakimi, then I have Pacho, and then I have Courtois. So those are 8 players that I'm going for in match day 9 for day 1. So I would say that this is a pretty good number. Of course, you're going to say, why do you bring Foden when you got Courtois? Because I want to switch the players around, and it's not the end of the world to have players facing against each other. So yeah, I think that's going to be a great move, and it's going to be something that I really enjoy. All in all, I think that this is a pretty solid draft. Let's see what you guys think in the comment section. So reviewing the transfers, Yes, I'm doing everything now and confirming the transfer. So transfers confirmed. So for now, they don't have game days, but I know them. So he comes in. Foden should come in instead of Dembele, for example. And who is going to be the captain on day one? I can risk it with Girassi. I can risk it with someone like Hakimi. Oh, what I did. So I need to, not this one, I need to sub out Hurricane. Is going to be subbed out, sub in, and that's going to be Pulisic leaving the side. I have 4 defenders here starting with Kim, so that's the move, and that's the day 2 players that are going to come on. Of course, Kim is a day 2, Wookman, Zapacosta, they're all day 2, but I can start with 8 players, and yeah, all the 8 players are here. Of course, Vinny Jr. is yet to be not suspended in the game. They're a little bit slow on the updates, but at the end of the day, you get the drill there. Hopefully you enjoyed that part of the section, because that part of the video and that section of the video, because I think that this is a good team, and I'll probably start with Hakimi, or probably Hakimi will be my day 1 captain as a differential. Why the hell not? What happened? So Hakimi as a captain, yes, and I think I'm good to go there. Share your thoughts down. Do I miss someone? Am I missing someone? Is someone in great form? Of course, I'm not having sporting players. That might be a mistake, but at the end of the day, we're here to make mistakes. But I genuinely like this draft, and I don't think we should be aiming for more than 3 players from a team, because if they manage to lose a lot of things, if the game is blank, you have to replace the whole team with those players, and that's not going to be very good, if I have to be fair. But yeah, all in all, pretty good. I know that this video is a little bit not structured as per my new design, but I really wanted to make a live draft so I can help you with my thought process and with what I want to focus on going into Matchday 9 of the playoffs stages. As per usual, special thanks to the members of the channel: Seth Foreign with 30 gifted, Zach, Oscar Papas Kauster with 45 gifted, and Hem. Thanks so much for being members of the channel and supporting me financially. If you guys want to become members, there is a quick link in the description how you can subscribe to becoming a member. If you cannot, you can help me reach my subscriber goal of 2.5k. As mentioned, I don't know if I already surpassed it, probably not, but at the time of recording I am 71 people away. Let's at least close the gap and make it as good as possible. Thanks so much for watching. I will be providing more and more transfer targets videos, updated drafts, etc, 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 based on the games that happen. So a lot of information will be coming in the days before Tuesday, basically. So I will be on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So 3 videos will be coming your way: my team selection, my transfer targets, and my deadline tips. So all in all, I think that's going to be a banger of a week coming your way. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for being subscribers of the channel and being part of the community. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.